Hello and welcome back to another Let's Play King's Quest V with Retro Phoenix 80. In this episode, we continue from where we left off. I know this isn't exactly where we left off at, but it is where we left off, where we're supposed to be left off in the game. This is the Gypsy Camp. Would you shut the fuck up? Anywho. Lost my train of thought. Let's just go for it. So we're gonna go see the fortune teller.
You may see Madame Mushka now.
So, you are here to see Madame Mushka, no? Well, come closer. Sit down. I will tell you your fortune. Already I can tell that you are on a quest of great urgency. We will see what we can find out for you. Look, Ingram. Look into the crystal ball.
Look, Manannan, look what I have for you. Take a good look at what you did to my brother, Alexander. Because of you, he's doomed to spend the rest of his days as a cat, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you can do something about it. Since you're the one that did this to him, you're the only one who can turn him back again. Back to the wizard Manannan.
Alexander! I don't know how, Mordak. I'm not a wizard. I just happened to stumble across some magic spells and accidentally turned your brother into a cat. I didn't mean it. Please believe me, Mordak. I don't know how to turn him back into a wizard.
You're holding out on me, little man. You're taking advantage of my good nature, but not for long. If I don't get a change of tune from you soon, I'll feed your family to the cat. Starting with your dear mother. Remember what I said. I'll only give you a little more time to decide before your family becomes cat food.
That is all. But I see that your mission is very dangerous indeed. I will give you something to help you. Here, wear this. It is a magic amulet. It will protect you against all but the most powerful magic. Good luck, King Graham. Be careful. That Mordak is a bad one.
Thank you, Madame Mushka.
Okay. Basically what she gave us was an amulet of protection, which is gonna come in handy here soon.
A graceful weeping willow tree grows beside a small pond created from her tears. In her branch-like arms she clutches a beautiful harp as a child would a cherished toy.
Miss Willow?
Yes?
You can talk?
Why, of course I can. What did you expect?
Well, I've never seen a talking tree before. What's wrong?
Everything's wrong, can't you tell? I'm not really a tree. I'm really a princess. You see, my fiancé and I were walking through this wood when a nasty old witch came along and was instantly charmed by my handsome prince. When he naturally refused her advances, she jealously brought him to a faraway land and turned him into a tree. Then she stole my heart.
Stole your heart?
Yes, she turned my heart to gold and took it away with her. The only way I can become human again is to have my heart brought back. Now, all I have to cheer me up is my harp. It's quite magical, you know. It plays the sweetest music you've ever heard. Now please, leave me alone in my sorrow.
Okay. The Weeping Willow has lost her heart. Sorry. It's a little choked up on something. Cedric is going to have something to say about all this. But before we go in, save the game and put on this amulet.
The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head. He then carefully tucks the amulet into the front of his tunic, hiding it from sight.
Hooray! Because we're about to do something stupid. To put it mildly.
I'm not going in there. Can't you read the signs? Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here. Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
Chicken. This is what I'm talking about, the partner system that Sierra apparently put together with this, or starting with Police Quest 2, so that your partner is pretty much absolutely useless. It's something I don't understand. Oh, West. How about you go?
To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he is wearing, just as Madame Mushka said it would.
What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic? Huh?
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this confusing forest?
I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner.
We'll see about that.
Yes, won't we?
Alright,
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses to indulge in any further conversation with Graham.
What's this?
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
Good. That old witch won't be seen here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest?
now. We just continue to explore. That's the witch's house.
Tucked under a large crack in the wall, which seems to serve as a window, Graham sees an interesting wooden trunk. An interesting incense burner hangs from a protruding tree branch. Occasionally, from within it, a tiny glint winks. What's this? Why, it's a little key.
Okay.
A small, intricate spinning wheel is put away in the trunk. Reaching a hand into the trunk, Graham retrieves the small spinning wheel. A small leather pouch is tucked away in the drawer. Graham reaches the drawer and removes the leather pouch.
Okay, the spinning wheel. I'm guessing that's some kind of a reference to another fairy tale.
The small leather pouch is drawn tightly
The
closed.
fairy tales in this genre.
Upon opening the leather pouch, Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds.
Litter this entire series, so you'll see a lot of them. Trust me. Okay. Sorry, I don't have much to say right now. It is very early in the morning.
Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock. Graham is charmed to find a little golden heart inside the door of the twisted old tree.
It's...
Reaching into the little door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's really early in the morning. I haven't really gotten much in the way of sleep. Why am I backing? Okay. Back where the witch was.
Graham squeezes the honeycomb as hard as he can, which causes the honey to drip out of it onto the ground, creating a sticky little puddle at his feet. Now all that's left of the honeycomb is a piece of beeswax, which Graham puts back in his pocket.
But, like I was saying in the last episode, this isn't exactly one of the more popular of the series, so... And I really don't know that much about it, other than if you watched the whole sequence with in the fortune teller's tent.
Please, let me go. I beg of you.
Why should I do that? What will you do for me?
I'll show you the way out of the forest, if you let me go.
How do I know I can trust you?
I give you my word. An elf never breaks his word.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but okay.
Move over, Rocky. You're in our way.
Sorry.
And we are out. And we are out of the forest.
Follow me.
Anyway, going back to what I was saying, the entire sequence.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
Okay, I'm getting seriously irritated with this game. Every time I try to talk, it wants to talk too. We'll take a moment here so I can finish my thought. If you watch the entire sequence of the fortune tellers, then you'll know that this all ties back to King's Quest 3. This is a wizard that wants to get revenge for Alexander turning his brother Mordak into a cat, which Alexander so slyly says that he did it by accident. When actually Alexander did it on purpose, if you remember. I don't think there is any way to change him back into a human. But this also is where it will tie into King's Quest 6, because later on as we get through the game, we'll meet somebody who influences Alexander's actions, which I know Alexander got gets 2 games out of the series. He gets King's Quest 3 and King's Quest 6, which King's Quest 6 is the best, well, I wouldn't say the best out of all of them. Say the best out of the new style, starting with this one. This was the first example of Sierra's attempt at a like voice acting and whatnot, and as you can tell, it sounds like everybody was in a tin can whenever they recorded it, or in the bathroom, or in a very poor sound stage. They also eliminated the text boxes because of the digital audio, because of the voice acting, because they didn't think people needed the text box, because as if we are having trouble understanding them from the get-go. I mean, God. If you really want to know exactly what everybody is saying in this, there is a transcript of the entire game available online. I wouldn't even begin to tell you where it is. But anyway, going back, it all ties in. King's Quest 2 and 3 in my book are the best 2 in the series. King's Quest 4 was okay, though it was kind of out of place. Due to the fact that, you just met Rosella in King's Quest 3. Now, there are remakes of the first 3 games, all done by, I think it's the AGDI, AGD Interactive, which do tell a little bit of a deeper story that kind of ties everything together and makes you realize that there's a reason behind all of these fallacies the whole reason that Alexander was kidnapped, the whole reason that Rosella had to go to Tamir, and the whole reason that the three-headed dragon was there to begin with was because King Graham was cursed. But we'll get into that later whenever I actually cover those three remakes, if it is so wished that I do so. Rosella actually got the shaft when it comes to these King's Quest games. And that's mainly because her two involved, saving her father in the fourth one, which was important. But when it comes down to it, the seventh game, there are 8 King's Quest games total. One of them having absolutely nothing to do with King Graham or anything, but rather his successor, thanks to the fact that both of his children are married and no longer going to be heirs to the throne of Daventry. Rosella the seventh one is basically a cartoon. That's all there is to say about it. We'll cover that when we get to it. But anyway, all of them tied together, but mainly 3, 5, and 6 are all tied together in some way. And you'll see why as we progress through the game. Anyway, back to the game. We're going to go ahead and watch this and then give the heart back to the Weeping Willow and probably call it an episode.
Something for you. I never take anything without giving in return. For your generosity in giving me those exquisite emeralds, I give you my finest pair of shoes. May they help you in your quest. Follow that passage over there. It's the way out of the dark forest.
Thank you very much for all your help. I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for these fine shoes.
You can also tell that the actors were ever together in the same room at the same times because they don't know how to... It's like bad acting. It's like they're just reading something.
Oh, I'm glad to see you're okay. I was beginning to worry.
You were right not to want to venture in that dark forest, Cedric. I thought I'd never get out of there alive.
You're full of shit too, Graham. Alright, let's head on over back to the Weeping Willow and give her her heart back.
My heart,
You found it.
I don't need this old thing anymore. Look at me, I'm a princess again. Herbert!
Alicia. Where have you been all this time, my love?
Oh, darling, just take me home. I'll tell you on the way.
A beautiful harp lies on the ground near the small pond.
Now, why would she toss aside this beautiful harp? Well, if she doesn't want it, I'll take it.
Good idea. We have a little bit of time left, and I'm sure I'm probably going to be doing a lot of editing. What is that?
A tambourine lies on the ground near the abandoned gypsy encampment. Not seeing the tambourine's owner, Graham bends down and rescues it from
I
the
don't know
ground.
if there'd be anything to edit out of this, to be honest. I mean, I've covered everything to the gnome. I don't remember a gnome. Oh.
An old grandfather gnome sits contentedly on an old stump and smokes a large pipe while watching his
Yeah, the
grandson
spinning
at
wheel
play.
and the gnome. Guess what gnome this is?
Excuse me, sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I was just noticing your son's marionette. It's very interesting. Where did you get it?
It's grandson, not son, and I made it for him. Why do you care?
I just wanted to comment on its artistry. It's very well done. I don't suppose it could be bought.
If it could, the price would be very steep. I reckon you couldn't afford it. Now, leave me and my grandson be. I ain't in the mood to gab right now. Go find someone else to talk to.
You can guess who that is. We actually met him once before, or twice before, really.
Where did you get this? I thought I had lost it.
Oh, is it yours? I found it in the old witch's house in the dark forest.
So that's where it got to. The old hag took it, eh? You know, this ain't an ordinary spinning wheel.
It's not? What's so special about it?
Why, this spinning wheel can spin straw into gold, that's what. Except you've got to know who to use it. I doubt even the witch could figure that out. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Now wait, not so fast. How about that marionette? Don't you think the price of the spinning wheel is worth at least twice that of the puppet? I'd love to have it.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, give that marionette to the man here. I'll make you a new one. Come on, boy. Let's gather up some wood for a new puppet.
Anyway, we met him in King's Quest 1 and 2 and 3. In King's Quest 1, he was the gnome that held the beanstalk. Did we get the beanstalk or did we get the key? Either way, he was the gnome beyond the troll. In King's Quest... Was he in King's Quest 2? I know he was in King's Quest 3. He was the old gnome at the very end that Rand had told Graham and Valanice that his kids were coming home. I don't remember if he was in 2 or not. Anyway, we met him at least twice in the game. Yes.
A large haystack.
We're trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Graham watches with surprise as a contingent of ants marches into the haystack and begins to swarm through it.
there was a way that we could be of help to you. Look here. We found a golden needle in the haystack. I'd like to present it to you. Perhaps you can find a use for it.
Why, thank you, King Antony. I'm honored.
Good luck in your travels, King Graham. And be careful.
And that is the last we'll see of those ants. At this point in time, we head back into town, and I think, yeah. Up, 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 up. Alright.
Suddenly, too late. The poor rat is already in the clutches of the wily cat.
I wonder if I could go out and come back in on that, or if I have to restore to a new point. Because that mouse was very important. Alright, well, in that case, ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. Alright, we're back. And I have slowed down the game to normal speed in an attempt to try to thwart the cat again.
Suddenly, frantic squeakings alert Graham to a mangy cat chasing a terrified rat.
Oh, thank you, good sir. You saved my life. My children and I will never forget your kindness. Maybe someday I'll be able to return the favor. Oh, I hear my children calling. Goodbye, until we meet again.
We've made ourselves a little mouse friend. Alright, save the game. And head on back into town. Might as well finish this section of the game. I've only got a little bit left to go. Speed it up just a little more. I don't know why the game operates so damn slow at normal.
Quaint houses and little...
The old shoe store. Wait a minute. No, we'll do it out of order. Let's
Take a look around if you want, but we don't have any shoes to sell you right now. We sold our last finished pair yesterday. Our business ain't doing so good anymore, and we're getting too old to keep trying.
Is there anything I can do to help?
There ain't nothing you can do, short of buying us out. But like I said, if you want to look around, feel free.
Okay, thanks.
Alright.
This old dog doesn't appeal to Graham.
New pair of shoes we got from the elf.
What have we here? Mama, take those shoes from the young man. Let me see them. These are the finest pair of shoes I've ever seen. The leather is soft and pliable, yet sturdy. The craftsmanship of these shoes are superb. And Mama, look at the solid gold buckle. Why, I could retire from the sale of these shoes.
Then the shoes are yours. I don't think I could find a better use for them.
You are a godsend, young man. How can we ever repay you?
You don't need to repay me. Just knowing I helped you is enough for me.
Well, it ain't much, but it's all I've got to give. Here, take my cobbler's hammer. Perhaps you can find a use for it. Since I'll be retiring, I won't need it anymore, thanks to you.
Why, thank you. A hammer could be very useful on my journey.
Take care, young man. We'll never forget this.
That's right, son. We'll finally be able to retire in comfort. You'll be in our hearts from now on. Come on, Mama, let's go home. Let's celebrate our good fortune.
Okay, seeing as there's nothing more to do in here, we'll go into the next shop. There is really no order in which to do this in.
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything.
Of course we are. We're interested in Rosebud right there.
The shipment of carving wood hasn't come in yet. What should we do?
If it's not in by tomorrow, I'll send you to the sawmill.
Okay, Papa?
Grandpapa,
Yeah, my darling?
can I keep this doll? I really like her.
Now, Katrina, you know these toys are for sale for other kinder. Besides, you've got plenty of dolls. You can play with her, but just be careful.
All right, Grandpapa. I'll take
That's
care
a
of
clue
her.
as to what we're supposed to give the guy.
Oh, did you get this wunderbar marionette? The craftsmanship is excellent.
Well, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I got it from a little gnome.
I must have it. Can I buy it from you?
Actually, you may have it if you'll give me the sled in trade.
Why, of course. But I must tell you, I think I'm getting the better deal. I can always make another sled, but finding another marionette of this quality... Ich weiß nicht.
So, can I have the sled?
Yeah, take it, it's yours.
All
Thank
right.
you very much. I think I'll find
Yes,
this
we
sled
will.
very useful.
Well, you enjoy it, and danke for the
In the next
marionette.
episode, we will find it very useful. One last thing to do. Remember what I said in the first episode about that cloak?
May I help you, sir?
We definitely need it. And he mentioned a golden needle.
My golden needle. Wherever did you find it?
It was in a haystack by the country inn.
By the inn? Oh, yes. I remember visiting there not long ago. Oh, vulgar man, that innkeeper. He has no scruples at all.
Well, I'm glad to see you've got your golden needle back. I wonder, could you possibly see fit to give me that wonderful cloak in exchange for it?
The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours. For the price of a golden needle.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm sure it will help me on my travel.
I'm sure it will. Good luck. Au revoir.
Alright. And I'm actually going to call that an episode, ladies and gentlemen. There's still one more part. Well, this actually falls into the next section. Then what we're going to do next. So, thank you all for joining me for this episode of King's Quest V. If you liked it, hit that like button. Love it, share it, subscribe if you wish, and don't forget to try to become a patron if you want. Every little bit helps. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. Later.